What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the boxing clinic. Y'all know what it is. One time for the one time afternoon grind. And apparently, main events is petitioning for Kovalev to get a crack at the WBO title. You ask how? Andre Ward should be vacating it, or should be stripped or vacating it pretty soon because he's retired. The WBA title has been vacated by Andre Ward, and Bivol Jack gave up his title as part of a agreement to fight Nathan Cleverly. And apparently the WBA has elevated Demetrius Bivol, 11-0, 9 knockouts, to the full Super WBA champion at 175. And he be taking on some dude named Brodenrost or whatever from Australia, who's like number 15 or some shit like that in the WBA rankings. That just shows you how bullshit and foolish this really is. These rankings are, and having all these titles. They basically handed the belt to Demetrius Bivol. You know, he didn't have to earn it at 11-9. He didn't fight anybody of really significance. He fought Cedric Agnew, and who gives a fuck, you know? And it was part of Bivol Jack contract that he gave up the title, and they basically hand a title to Demetrius Bivol, and this might be a replay of that as well, because you know, main events want to have Kovalev get the WBO title back at light heavyweight. We know Kovalev was on record saying that when he heard that Ward was retiring or potentially retiring, he said he didn't know how true it was, but he knows that he's like, it's probably good for boxing, you know, so he can get his title back. And the problem is this: he's number 2 in the WBO, which is cool, and Alexander Usyk, whatever his name is, the nail, is number 1. And he clearly doesn't look ready to be a world champion. He need a couple more fights. But Shabranskyy, who he's fighting in November, isn't ranked in the top, none of the top 15, except he's number 10 in the WBC. So will the WBO do some hoe ass shit and sanction this fight for a WBO title fight? And they probably will. You know, for some reason, some of these sanctioning belt bodies have agendas for certain guys and certain promotional companies and stuff like that. And we just talked about the Demetrius Bivol bullshit. And this shit shouldn't be sanctioned for a WBO title fight. Now, if he had fought Sullivan Barrera, yeah, because Barrera's like number 4 or 5 in the WBO. But it was Barrera's fault for not thinking about this. He thought that maybe the time the fight was signed, I think when they signed the fight, they didn't know Andre Ward was Team Barrera. Nobody knew Andre Ward was retiring. So he figured that he said he passed on the Kovalev fight because he wanted a world title shot, and he felt like he paid his dues and he took short money in his last few fights, and he deserved a world title shot for a good amount of money. You know, he signed up to fight Arthur Beterbiev, and he was only making $60K, so he pulled out of that fight. He took short money versus Joe Smith Jr. He took short money versus Shabranskyy. He took short money versus the other guy he fought on HBO Latino. He said he paid his dues, and he thinks he's world title contender already. He should have been the one fighting Demetrius Bivol, but they skipped over 14 other contenders to get a spot for the championship fight to some guy from Australia, and they made Demetrius Bivol the full Super WBA champion. They're gonna protect him for whatever reason. They have an agenda, or maybe his promoter is giving him money to make him champion. 11-0 and 9 knockouts. He's a superb fighter, but he's nowhere near the best fighter in light heavyweight to skip over 14 other guys to give him a title shot. And that's why they didn't sanction the Sullivan Barrera versus Demetrius Bivol. They knew what was going to happen to him. But that's here nor there. But if they pull off, the WBO pull off bullshit that had this fight as a WBO championship fight, I think it's a travesty. A guy that's not even ranked in the top 15, how can you sanction a vacant belt? You know, even if the other guy is number 2 and you think he's going to win, can't do it. He has to be fighting another guy at least on the side of the top 10 or the top 15, and that's not the case here. And we'll see what they do. I hope main events doesn't get this petition. Maybe, you know, Kovalev win. He can fight Sullivan Barrera next year for the WBO title or another title. I think that's the proper way. Or Shabranskyy wins by some miracle. He can fight Barrera for the title or somebody else. But we gone.